Hey, welcome back, Rankers. New camera. Hello. Old microphone. This microphone is actually from PlayStation SingStar. Yeah, I'll fix up the microphone later. But the great thing about HD is that you can now see that I haven't had a shave today, that I've got a bit of a few pimples here, and I've got a nasty rash and skin blemishes. Might have to wear makeup, or as my wife says, put a bag on my head. Now, I wanted to just show you this. This is from a client, and I haven't replied to the client yet, but thank you, Paul. A lot of people don't do this, so it's really nice when people do. This is just Paul saying, look, financial year 2015, orders are up 45% and revenue was up 30%. And SEO and SEM, which we handle both for him, is the only thing that we do. Now, this is the second one of these today that I've had. And thank you, Andrew, for ringing up earlier and telling us your story, where he's saying that he's the marketing activity he's doing with us, he's getting $8 back for every dollar spent, which is just insanely good. And I'm not telling you this as a to brag or anything like that. This is more about both of these clients. We changed what we were doing for them, in that we were very blinker focused, or I was, I should say, on SEO, because I love SEO, right? It's a challenge, it's a sport almost. You're trying to get up number one, and then you get ranked number one, and you feel pretty good. But we've also been doing AdWords and Facebook, and we've been increasing the staff that we have doing those sorts of things. And because of that, we've also, we had sort of an advertising product, and then we had SEO product. But now what we tell clients is that the best thing that you can do right now, and depending on the client, is maybe do a bit of AdWords, maybe do a bit of Facebook advertising, get that up and running fast, so that you've got some stuff hitting the deck and making some sales if you're an e-commerce site. Whilst we work on the SEO. Now, you're not ever going to see stellar results with SEO in less than 90 days these days, just because of there are exceptions to that, right? But it does take a while. And some clients, we've got one client at the moment, hi Glenn, where we've doubled his revenue, but we know there's a lot more there that's on the table, and it's a big e-commerce site, and so it's going to take even longer to get the really, really massive gains. But my point here that I'm trying to make is that with your online marketing, don't just focus on one thing. Like I've just talked about Facebook advertising, AdWords advertising, and SEO. There are other options out there too, depending on your category. There's Twitter advertising. There's Instagram advertising. There's a lot of other places where you can get into your markets. But the thing I love about bringing all these products together, these three in particular that I'm talking about, is that it allows you to maybe capture someone in SEO. So here's a scenario. And we did that interview last week with Tioni, who looks after a lot of our Facebook clients. You attract someone, or you hook someone with SEO. They do a search and they come across your site. They've never seen it before. You have the Facebook remarketing pixel on it, and guess what? They're now on your list inside Facebook. So you're building this list. So you're building an email list almost, or a tribe, as Courtney here says. But then you can take that back into Facebook. So you build it in say SEO. Back into Facebook, remarket to them there. If you're an e-commerce site, you can do the same thing with AdWords. You can, if you're doing Google Shopping, for instance, and if you're not doing Google Shopping and you're in e-commerce, you're mad, seriously. Or you might have a very good reason, but seriously, there's a lot of money to be made with Google Shopping right now. I don't know how long it's going to stay that way. And you do the same thing with Google Shopping. Might not be ranked straight away, but hey, we do a few AdWords, a bit of Google. You do it yourself if you want. Do some Google Shopping ads if you're an e-commerce client. You've got them on your site at least. So even if they haven't purchased, they can then go into another list inside Facebook, which you can then remarket to, of people that hit product A but didn't purchase product A. And it's about this combination, or as I've often said, this symbiotic relationship between social and search. Now it's sort of a symbiotic relationship between organic and paid advertising. And, the same applies if you're doing remarketing to people with Google AdWords on other sites. When they eventually come back to your site, bang, you've got them inside Facebook. The thing is with Facebook, it's a whole different ecosystem in that people are on their leisure time. They've pre-qualified themselves as goofing off. And some people will say, oh, but does it work for B2B, Jim? Yes, it works for B2B. We're a B2B. I use Facebook advertising. And if you haven't seen my ads, then I haven't been doing my job properly. But, yeah, it works for B2B. Everybody is on Facebook. Big secret. Don't tell anyone. Anyway, there's a lot of... in fact, I saw an opportunity today, which I'm going to take out an AdWords campaign for it. Because the search result, and this is purely for us, the search result, I'm not going to tell you what it is, obviously, but the search result yielded no paid advertising, so no one's paying for AdWords, so I know it's cheap, A. I know there's a demand for it because we're ranked on page 2 for it, so I'm seeing it in my Google Search Console, I'm seeing volume of search there. Went to Google Trends, I'm seeing an uptick in the search volume of that phrase. And the people that are ranking 1s and 2s and 3s are more about how-tos, do a course, about this particular topic. I can just come in and go, bang, start an AdWords campaign tomorrow, get ranked for it on the front page maybe in a couple of weeks' time, and then I've got them back into Facebook as they hit the site as well. Great. It's a great little way to bring everything together. So these two clients that have given these glowing testimonials to us today, and one guy, he said, look, I'm booked out for the next, for 4 weeks. This is Andrew. And he said, I can only put it down to the work your guys have done. So I just wanted to share that with you because sometimes we're so blinkered on one particular area in our business where we just have a chance to just sit up and look around, then you can find massive opportunities if you start to bring all these things together. Thanks very much. Sorry about the HD. See you next week.